Hello, Stampin' friends. This is Brenda Miller from Stampin' Up. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Basking Ridge, New Jersey, and I go live every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time to share with you some of the things that I've been working on. Today, I'm very excited to present a product that I haven't talked about before. These are our Memories and More Beary Christmas collections, and I'm going to share with you some cards that we can make with it. And I have to thank my friend Kim Quady, who sent me a tutorial for a class that she's giving for me to test out and make the cards. And I happen to have the supplies sitting here, so I did so, and I got so excited that I wanted to make sure that I presented it to my ideas, my take on it, to you today. So let's go ahead and take a look. I'm going to pop over to my desktop. And here we go. So the Memories and More card pack are these little cards here. You can see them in the catalog. This is page 23 of the mini catalog. And there are several different designs, and I'll show you that in a second. Plus, separately are some card bases and matching envelopes. So let's see what those look like. I'm going to start off with the card pack. There are two different sizes of cards in the card pack, and I have one of each of them, I hope, to show you here. These are double-sided, and I'll show you both sides. The cards, the greeting cards that are these cards are originally designed to be used for pocket scrapbooking. This was a big craze for quite some time in the scrapbooking world, where there were pages, clear pages, and you could slide into pockets different images or photos. So with that in mind, these cards were created to be a standard 4x6 size, which matched up with what an average photo is these days. So this is the first card, and you can see on the back it has a Merry Christmas design. And the second one is this one. So this one is, the first one was horizontal. I'm sorry. The first one was vertical. This one's horizontal, and this one can go whichever way. And this one is also horizontal. And you can see that what evolved from these cards was that people were using these pocket cards to use on actual greeting cards. So that's why some of the designs are more what you would think of as just maybe designer series paper, and others actually have sentiments on them. The smaller cards are, these are 3x4, and again, these were standard pocket sizes in those pocket scrapbooks. So you can see this side has a sentiment on it, which of course could also go in a scrapbook. But on the other side, this area is meant for journaling. Okay, so what's nice is that all the cards have two sides. So this one, how cute is that? To put in some notes about your Christmas if you wanted to do a scrapbook with that. And just some fun designer series paper, maybe a little bit of a sentiment there. And again, another journaling card and some regular designer series papers. And here we have, you could journal above. And this one is horizontal. May your Christmas be cozy. And then this one is my favorite one, give the gift of Christmas cheer. So I just love that. And you can see that the designs are also, they coordinate with the, this is the Beary Christmas suite from the mini catalog. So here we go. And on the other side. All right, so let me show you, oops, I forgot to show you one of the best parts. What is also included in that same pack, Memories and More, are some stickers. Now you say, oh boy, sometimes stickers don't look that great on a greeting card, but I'm going to show you some ways that they really do. And you can see these are designed to be used on greeting cards or in scrapbooks or on gifts even. All right, so we have those wonderful stickers. Okay, now the greeting cards themselves, there are two different designs. One is kind of a snowflake background, and one is a water brushed red one, and the inside is white. So you could always cut these apart and use them as card bases if you wanted to. And they come with the proper sized envelopes. Now again, remember, these cards, once you fold them, they are 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. Okay, so they are sized to fit the Memories and More cards that we were just looking at. But look at the envelopes. How pretty are these, right? They're lined, and they have designs even on the front and on the back flap. So very fun to work with, all these pieces. So I'm going to show you just how quickly you can make some cards. So the first card I'm going to make is this season's greeting card. And you can see this is so quick and easy. We are going to take one of the blue card bases, fold it in half, and I'm taking one of the season's greetings 4x6 cards. Now I could have used this, also would look nice as a card, but by just using this, I'm going to just use my wet adhesive because that's what's on my desk at the moment. And I'm just going to put some glue on the back and glue it to the front. And you know what? For some people, here's a perfect greeting card. You know, think about if you go and you buy a box of cards in the store. First of all, we all know how expensive cards are, but a lot of times this is all they are, right? They're just a printed card. You're lucky if you get an extra layer, right? A lot of times they're just plain printed cards and that's it. So right here, this is a step up from what you might purchase. I didn't mention, but the Memories and More cards, that packet of all those cards and stickers, those are $10. And then the cards and envelopes themselves are $10. So for $20, you can make 20 beautiful cards, or if you cut them apart and start using them in different ways, you can get even more out of it. But anyway, 20 cards for $20 is not a bad deal. Okay, so that's card number one. How quick and easy was that, right? So card number two, I'm going to take it a step further. We are going to use the red card base. It doesn't matter which way is up. And I'm taking the card that says Merry Christmas on one side and has the presents on the other. Now, granted, you could just go like that and then be done, just like the last card. You certainly could do that, nothing wrong with that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this side because I think that's a fun look. And I'm going to glue that down. And right now, I am just using supplies that come in those two kits, if you will, the envelopes and the Memories and More kit, okay, or package. So I've glued that down. There we are. Nothing fancy. But then I'm going to take some of my stickers, and I'm going to let's grab this little guy down here and see how nicely that looks. And we're just going to put them in the bottom corner and kind of make our own little area. I'm going to use just the label that says Warm Wishes, put that on top, and there I am, and I have a sweet little card. And again, a step up or 2 steps up from what you might get in the store buying a box of cards, right? Okay, and you make it yourself. That much more fun. So that's 2 cards down. How about that? And now I'm going to just go a little bit further, and I'm going to show you. Oops, looks like I lost sorry, just want to stick that down. I'm going to show you another card. Now this one, I took a card base, and I took one of I'm going to use this one that says Good Tidings and Warm Wishes, and I'm going to be using that in the center. And then I also took one of the both of these are 3x4. So I took another of the 3x4 cards, and I actually cut it in half, just so that they're 1.5 by 4 inches. And I'm going to go ahead and glue these down. So I just cut in half. That's all I've done, is take one of the cards, cut it in half, and I'm going to get a whole new look. And I'm just going to glue one to one side, one to the other side. You can see I'm getting used to using my wet glue, using it a lot more than I even ever did before. And Now I'm going to take this one and put it in the middle. And now I have a completely different look than what um, the cards were as they came. And with very little effort, I've stepped it up, okay? So, in addition, I happen to have a whole bunch of gems around. You know me, I love to have my gems. So, I'm going to just take some basic rhinestone basics gems, and I'm going to put a few of them on the card. And now this is even another step up, if you will. So there we have it. So simply, you can use basic supplies that you have on hand. Thanks, Sharon. I'm glad you like them. And just play with them. And I want to show you a whole bunch more because I got carried away, I have to say. So I'll show you some of Kim's. And that she has put together a kit. For $40, you get the cards, the Memories and More cards, and the envelopes. And then she and her friend Gretchen have put together a mega card class and created, these are 7 of the 10 cards that they created. Look how she put 2 of the stickers, and she actually cut this apart and separated it and wrapped a little ribbon. She used different ribbon, but that's what I had on hand. Then she used that lovely background with all the polar bears and just made a little label over here and added some gems. These are the festive pearls. Those go great with this entire kit. Here, what they did was they cut this center out, so you can see I used the same one, and I did not cut anything out of mine. Um, but what they did is they cut the center out and then mounted it on a piece of blue cardstock and then added it back to give it that fun layered look, and added some iridescent gems to that. And this one, very cute, added some the little tree and the little reindeer at the bottom, and some of these are the in color gems actually. So she did that, and here's another one just to let it snow, so you can see how you can use the snowflakes as the background. This is just a piece of cardstock in between, and then using one of the 3x4 cards and a little ribbon, some few gems. And then they did this one. Actually, I'm gonna tell you that they actually embossed this. I didn't have my embossing folder at the ready at the moment, so I just did it plain. But again, just some ribbon, just some cardstock, and makes a very fun card. And here's one. I love this one with I love the polar bears on their little ice bergs or flows, and they stuck a little tree in there and some gems, so very fun. So those were the ones that I was making, and then I just was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to show even more. So this is like kind of having my own little kit. So this one I just took I took this bigger card that says Merry Christmas, and I just covered the center of it, and I used my favorite card, the gift of Christmas cheer. That's very easy. Again, just a little extra cardstock. I didn't even cut anything actually, other than the cardstock. I just used them as they were. A couple of gems there. Then this one was kind of the same, similar to one of the ones they did, but what I did here is I took the Season's Greetings one and I cut off the sides for the 1.5. I added some balmy blue cardstock, and then this is the Wishing You the Best. This is one of the 3x4 cards. So got to add that in there, and I could save the Season's Greetings for another card, which I ended up not using, but that's okay. And this is just simply, as I showed you before, putting it down and then just adding a couple of the festive pearls on there. That was like the first one I did on my own. And then this one I loved. I saw somebody did this where they this card, let's see if I can show you here. This is what it looks like when you get it, and we just cut apart the Christmas is Better Together and then mounted it so that it stands out a little bit more. And we used a little seal. Look how cute he is. So much fun. And one last one here is very similar to the one I showed you before, Give the Gift of Christmas Cheer. And this is taking 2 cards. Now, remember, if this card is 4 by 6, the 3 by 4s fit to cover the inside of those. So I just took 2 of these cards. I didn't do any cutting, just put them down and then covered them up and did my Give the Gift of Christmas cheer again. So as you can see, I think that's 18 cards I have here, because I wanted to show you the 2 before they're folded and put away. But as you can see, you can make a ton of cards. Where's my catalog? Just by using this catalog, from what's in the catalog, just these 2 items. So again, they're $10 each, and between the 2, you can make 20 cards, because that's how many card bases you have, and then you've got lots of little cards left over for scrapbooking or even for making other cards just by adding cardstock. So that being said, I just wanted to talk a little bit more about kits. And I know that we have a lot of people who are, it's November 1st, for goodness sakes, and we have to start thinking, if you haven't already, about Christmas cards. Now, I've been making Christmas cards since August, but I'm sure a lot of people haven't been. So make sure that you consider these very fast, easy cards that you can make without having to go to a store and buy those boring printed cards, right? You can make them fancy just by using these supplies like I showed you today. And also we have a couple of kits in the regular kits collection that have Christmas cards in them. So consider that if you're behind on your Christmas card making, and especially if you need to make a whole bunch, this will give you a nice variety of cards. If you have any questions or want any more information, or if you want to learn more about Kim's $40 Beary Christmas class, please just drop me a direct message and I will get back to you. And all this information will also be on my blog, so you can look at that. So thank you for joining me today, and we'll see you next week. Same time, same channel. Take care. Bye-bye.